Hello, Aries. It's Kat's Real Life Mystic Tarot. And I'm here to do a reading for the first couple weeks of April. This is going to be a reading, well, it's a general reading. So I'm going to pick up some energies of, I'm going to try and see if I can interpret it for different life situations for you. But for the bigger picture, if you're looking for like what's going on in the world, I have two other videos that are concerning the eclipse, which is happening April 8th. But this one probably isn't going to address that too much. Now, the one thing I would recommend for Aries is that you take a look at those because the eclipse is happening in Aries. So it's in certain ways that you look at the astrology chart, it would be your first house. It's a valid chart. Aside from your ascendant, okay, that's another way to look at your chart. And if you have that available, you can see exactly what area of your life that might be affected by this, the eclipse. But when we don't have the ascendant, we usually look at it from, the sun sign as the first house. So, and in Vedic, we use the moon sign as the first house. So if this is your sun or moon, you might want to check out the other readings as well. But right now, I wanted to say I did meditate. Everything kept screaming to do Aries. And I was like, well, I kind of wanted to start. I like to start with the other side of the, start with Pisces and Capricorn, Aquarius. But something kept saying Aries, Aries, Aries. And I was like, what? And then I'm like, oh, yeah, the eclipse is in Aries. So it could be that there's some strong energies for you happening this month. And in the 8th, nothing will happen. Well, I don't know, but it's not the 8th that everything will happen. The eclipse season is 6 months. 6 months, and I think even for this eclipse, it extends into May of 2025. So there's going to be strong energies until then, maybe events related to the eclipse. And also towards the end of April, there's some other, there's like a Uranus-Jupiter conjunction that's very rare, that's going to have a big effect for a lot of you. So I'll get on with the reading, but just want to say, take a look at the other readings for the eclipse. I have two. And I'll probably come back with the end of the month in a few weeks just to catch those energies too. But right now we're going to be talking mostly about just what's generally happening for most Aries during this time. And then I wanted to tell you, I was meditating about Aries, which I was trying to get to a minute ago because you kept coming up. And real quickly, I got a meditation and it showed me an arched bridge that was very beautiful, sort of springtime, beautiful countryside. And then I saw some chariots coming. So Roman chariots in full regalia with the young warriors and the horses and the whole thing. And I was like, wow, what does that mean? It's a beautiful scenery, but it's armies. And then what I realized is what it is. It's a show of power. It's a show of power, and there's nothing wrong with a show of power. And people will tell you there's something wrong with being powerful. There's not. There's nothing wrong with being powerful. It's how you use your power that's important. So in this meditation, it showed the beauty of the horses, well cared for horses, young men in very shiny armor, beautiful countryside, and there was nothing wrong with it. Now, a bloody battle would give me a totally different vibe. So I'm just saying, like, for you, that if someone tries to shame you about your power and your assertiveness or whatnot, there's nothing wrong with that. It's if you do it to hurt someone. That's a very different story. Wow. I can't make this up because I was going to say that's very Martian, and your ruler is Mars, and we do have Mars-Saturn conjunction too that's coming up. So there's a lot of strong Mars energies, and that is your ruler. And what do I get? I got the card for Mars. So this is going to be apparent for you the first 2 weeks. Well, that's our reading. It may extend longer than that, but our reading is for the first 2 weeks of April. So Mars, we were right on track. The use of power. Tell me a little bit about Aries and what's coming up for Aries first 2 weeks. Clear and concise message, please. Okay, I think I have a couple here. Anything else for Aries? Clear and concise message for April. Tell me a little bit about Aries. Okay, so these came out first. This one wanted to be first. Okay. All right, so you guys use your intuition. I think you know about something that's potentially very dangerous. Watch what you say. Again, the use of power, because there's not going to be a new start after this. There is judgment is like a calling or a message or a meaning, and you're not getting a message. You're not getting called out of a dark spot. There's not a new start. So maybe for you, the only thing to do is to walk away, to walk away. And that seems to be your psychic feeling about it. There's no sense, if we connect it with the Mars, there's no sense in engaging in more battle. If you are somewhere in your life, if it's a relationship, if it's at work, if it's, could be with family, it could be dealing with some financial stuff. I'm not getting that very strongly, but for some of you it might be. It doesn't seem like there's going to... You're throwing good money after bad, basically. You're putting your good energy into something that's not going to turn out that great. So for some of you, probably the best thing to do is to walk away from this situation, and something in your gut, follow something in your gut, because you do have some psychic ability right at the moment. Taking action, you may have been taking action. And certainly if it's coming from a negative, again, be careful with your power, because you do have a lot of power. You're Martian, after all, with the Aries energy. And you have to be careful how you wield that power. Sometimes it's better to walk away from a situation than engage. And this Judgment card is sort of like, the energy, I don't know what, I want to say godlike energy, but however you see that, is raising up from the dead something. But in this case, it's not raising it up. There's no hand up. There's no new start. So in that case, the best thing to do is to walk away in this situation. So I'm going to clarify this. Tell me more about this Mars. Tell me more about Aries and what's going on first couple weeks of April. Tell me a little bit more about what's happening for Aries first couple weeks of April. Tell me a little bit more about what's happening for Aries first couple weeks. Clear and concise message, please. Wow, just wants to jump out. Tell me anything else you need to tell me. I don't think there's anything else. I saw this one, but... Okay. I think I'll put him first. And this one. Okay, so it's something that you have to walk away from. Is very difficult for you to walk away from. It causes a lot of heartbreak, but it is a devil energy. It is either an obsession, an addiction, and that can be to anything. I'm certain you've heard this before, but okay, it could be substance abuse, and that's what we always think, but it also could be an addiction to internet, an addiction to work, an addiction to exercise, or even yoga or something like that can become an addiction, obsession, something that's overdone to the point of it being detrimental. The use of your power. Your power is a very good thing. Every living thing has its own power, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's the use of it. So this Devil card is connected to the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands, I'm guessing, since you're Aries, could be you. Yeah, there is a letting go. There is definitely a letting go, and it hurts. There's pain involved with letting go of this situation. But it's, you know, following what we said here, there's a new start. And this new start, it's connected to you. I mean, you're creating this new start. I see the connection here with the symbols are here, which I don't know if you can even see. It is in reverse, your Ace of Wands. But it's connected to the Queen of Wands by this little symbol. They're going together. So my feeling is it's kind of a self-generated energy. It's not someone else coming in. You are going to empower yourself, or you're going to have an idea or something that stimulates you that's going to bring a lot of happiness, because you have the Ten of Cups here. So things are looking good. But this thing, other thing, you probably, if this is a reading for you, I think you guys already know what it is. You have the Psychic card here. You know what it is that needs to be let go of. I'm grabbing this card because it's drawing my attention. Lack of craftsmanship, lack of work. It shows this apprentice here learning, but it's also kind of in a dream state. Like this man who's working is still feeling like, sometimes you feel like a fraud. I don't think that's the case here so much, but sometimes you feel like, oh, I have so much to learn. There's so much that I didn't get quite right, but I'm chalking it up to experience here. Like, you know, when you make a mistake, those are sometimes the best learning experiences. Lord knows I've made plenty of mistakes in what I do, and you never forget them, and you become masterful often through making mistakes, through watching others or something like that. So that came up. I'm not certain what that has to do. For some of you, it might ring a bell. I'm not sure. But this is a reading about how you use your energy. We had that Mars card. And something in the past, or recent past, I would say, isn't paying off like you feel it should. And you need to take a break from it. And during that break, or the complete walk away, you're going to have a new idea, a new inspiration. You might even start a new practice. And it will bring a lot of happiness. I want to ask another question. Let me see. Let me just get one from this. Is the Wisdom of the Oracle. Wisdom of the Oracle for Aries. Tell me something about this new start. About this, if let's say they walk away from this thing that's not working for them, what is the new start? Observer. So we see a fox looking at the moon. The moon is a new moon. Could represent April 8th, the eclipse, which is a new moon, but it's eclipsed the sun, and he's watching it through a glass. So you might have a breakthrough around the time of April 8th that will give you some insight and bring some new happiness to you. You are an observer rather than a doer. The Mars energy, you're going to hang back and observe. That might be the recommendation for that. Let's have one more card about this devil energy, this heartbreak, this devil for Aries. Tell me about the devil for Aries. What is the devil for Aries? And I have orphaned. This card card is a really sad looking card. It's number 5, and your other one is number 49. This card, you feel like it looks like either she's got a carrot on her nose, or maybe her hat that was a party hat fell down. Okay, so for some of you, maybe there was a lie you told, I'm not sure, with the carrot on the nose, or for some of you, it could be like celebrating a bit inappropriately, I guess. But what's really kind of sad about it in a way is feeling abandoned or not belonging or not really and I think it has something to do with this event here. This thing that you were working with prior that's kind of a negative that you need to walk away from. It feels like you feel kind of lost in your own citadel, like you're in this tower, like there's no connection. You want to feel connection. And this is a very beautiful soul that doesn't know that they're a beautiful soul. That's not feeling it. Maybe when walking away and just sitting back. Now, when I say observer, sometimes if you're able to do some meditation or something like that to calm your mind and be able to just observe the world, not feel reactive. You know, you can be responsive, but this is to the point where you're just very settled and within yourself for a moment to really see and get a message maybe from your guides about what's going to bring you happiness. There's a peacefulness here that is not here. So you're finding your own personal peace. Yeah. And what else? Do we have any other messages for Aries for this time? First couple weeks of April, related to Mars energy, related to some type of walk away, some type of peace and happiness that's coming in. Tell me a little bit more. Okay, so this is a card. This is the LOPUTYN or LOPUTYN tarot. And it's really interesting. It's upright, and it looks like this wolf is swallowing all these good things in life. Swallowing all these good things in life. But what's emerging, something that's emerging is the hand of his lover. But it also looks like a small baby there. So I think it has to do with taking in all of the, many of the good things that are available to you in life, but he's taking in kind of in a gluttonous way here. But what's emerging is unexpected. Something unexpected is coming out of this situation that's his counterpart here, which is this deck, is the theme is this girl and the wolf. She's emerging from him. So there's something coming to your consciousness about parts of yourself that's coming out during this time. And it's come through a quiet period that you're going to experience. For some of you, there could be a partner that comes through this because it's the subconscious other, which is, I guess it's the animus and the anima from Jungian, the male and female parts of ourselves. So you may find a part of yourself. You may actually find a person that's reflecting that to you. It could be a friend, could be a lover, could be anything, a pet even, can be, a partnership. So yeah, something good's coming out of this. It's coming out of a quiet period. Yeah. So that's what I got for you, Aries. I hope that made sense to you. And yeah, and I'll see you in a couple weeks. Thanks.